who is your favorite grunge lead singer? Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice, where I hardly ever give my opinion on favorites, but, and I know I'm going to get roasted for this, I think mine is Eddie Vedder. And hopefully I'll get a chance to talk about why in this video. But just know, I still have a lot of music I need to listen to before I'm totally sure, including this song, so let's get to it.
It's not a TV studio. Josh, turn these lights out. It's a fucking rock concert. Ready to stand up.
Whoa.
Concrete again. Oh, please, maybe he'll see a little better Saturdays. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, now, faces that he sees time again ain't that familiar. Oh, darling, he can't help when it's happy. Let's say.
We're going to go back to the beginning for sure. This song is really exciting me immediately. I loved that initial riff. It was actually fairly short, but then it felt like it wound back and was playing and repeating. And the more I heard it, the more I liked it. Ooh, it wound me up. And then Eddie Vedder's voice. It's so expressive, and there are these really deliberate ways that he's morphing it to get a little more grungy, essentially. I want to talk about all of these little nitty-gritty things that he's doing and why they're so appealing to me. Let's go back to the beginning. I don't know what this whole light thing is about. Huh?
Studio.
I don't know.
Josh,
you guys can tell me in live premiere chat.
Lights out. It's a fucking rock concert. Ready to stand up.
Yeah, it's like a winding. It's not just in my ears, I feel like in my stomach, in my chest, I'm being wound up. Yeah, that's winding me up too.
Rest his head on a pillow made of concrete again. Oh.
So his first note has this it's a drive in it that has like a little gravel in the sound, but the gravel doesn't sound like his voice is going to tear apart to me. It sounds like it's something that's added on top, and it's got a drive essentially in the sound. It's like, I am going to lay this message on you, driven. But then when he goes into his words, he actually pulls back into a sound that has a lot of R coloration. And it sounds like it's a really, really healthy, vocally efficient tone that's being made in the vocal folds. And then this R kind of sound, it's just this shaping here. So what I'm hearing, to me, it sounds instantly actually vocally healthy, but it's got these layers of like dirtiness essentially on top that makes it feel human, but like in the way that humans are we're just dirty beings, right? It feels very human to me. Okay, I'm gonna go back one more time.
Lights out. It's a fucking rock concert. Ready to stand up. Rest his head on a pillow made of concrete again. Oh, please.
So, for example, again, the vowel, and again goes like it's between and depending on your region. But he gives it a full R, a gurn. Like there's an R coloration, meaning if you just inserted a tiny bit of R into that sound, that's what he sounds like.
again. Oh, please, yeah, maybe he'll see a little better Saturdays. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, now, faces that he sees time again ain't that familiar. Oh, darling, he can't help when it's happening.
Okay, so on that section, that was also really exciting to me. Again, because he's bringing more of that gravel into the sound, but it sounds like it's this extra layer on top to me. And he will go between a sound that is totally open without any R coloration, especially on E vowels, like freezing E. It's so bright and forward right here. Nothing with that sort of R marination happening. And then he comes down often into a lower sound and will give a little more R coloration. But then in this part here, he was in those lower pitches once again, and he went between direct, totally no R here, just boom, straight out. And he was alternating between the two. It's very, very deliberate coloration. Yet, even though these feel so distinctly different in their placements inside of our vocal tract, he is somehow knitting them together. He actually has a ton of continuity in his sound. And this is one of the reasons why I think he may be my favorite grunge singer. Eddie Vedder has continuity throughout this massive range. A lot of times when I listen to other grunge singers, I'll hear either not as wide of a range, or that when they go outside of a certain area, that it doesn't sound as much like the same person. That's not everyone, okay? But that is one of the things that I think Eddie Vedder does extremely, extremely well, while at the same time bringing all of these different colors of expression and knitting them together. So I'm gonna go back. By the way, if you are in live chat, feel free to convince me otherwise. Let's talk about it. I wanna know who your favorite lead singer for grunge is and why. That's so interesting. It goes so much more nasal to get away from the R. Huh. It's a lot of head banging. That is unexpectedly really pretty there, right? That those harmonies are gorgeous. That starts to feel just a teensy bit like some Alice in Chains, just like very reminiscent, but not there, right? Their harmonies are much more painful. There's a beauty that entered the sound here, and I think he flips over at one point into falsetto, meaning he goes high and changes vocal register. So there's a difference in the function of which muscles are dominant, essentially, in the creation of that sound. He flips it over, and often that falsetto sound is considered more beautiful and ethereal, and it really added to this chorus. I'm gonna go back. I think this is a chorus. I think that's a start. He's still in his full modal voice there. There's our falsetto. And I have to point out the way, yay. He is using diphthongs there brilliantly. His mouth shape is actually extremely specific. Grunge as a genre a lot of times is known for not having really well enunciated words. I've even seen clips of Eddie Vedder being made fun of for total lack of enunciation. It happens. His enunciation here is pretty dang good overall. But that diphthong enunciation is really clear. I think he's really clear in enunciation when he wants to be. there. Way, yay, yay. Also, just notice when he went up into the falsetto there, when he flipped over, his mouth actually got really small and it was an ooh vowel. For those of you who are working on that falsetto flip, those are two really good things to try out. Try having a smaller mouth, even though it's a high note and you usually drop for the top. This is different. It's going into a different register. So there's different rules that are going to apply. And usually jaw that's loose, but mouth that's a little more closed up here on an ooh vowel. That can be really helpful for flipping into falsetto for like 80, 90% of people. Let's go. Yeah, great example of that mouth. Ooh, I love the way he just kept singing through that transition. Yes. Ooh, so he's essentially lighting that in. Life again to kneeling. What a clever use there of just pushing it all into one in. Oh, I like that super direct, quick turnaround. Yeah, and then additionally, he really switches up that vocal tone as he's going into kneeling. Oh, it's clever. Shoot, okay. I'm sorry. I'm obviously like on a nerding out level very majorly with his voice here. I told you, I really, really like it. And when I super love something, I tend to nerd out even more about that. If you guys haven't figured that out by watching my videos yet, there's the answer. If she nerds out extra, extra, extra hard about it, she probably likes it even more. Or if she can't stop it. But then I'll go back and stop it 10 million times. So that's also hard to tell. The way that he lifts his lip, actually clenches his jaw, just bares those teeth even more on the kneeling. He's really making the most, I think, of not just mouth shapes, but face shapes, which can bring that resonance even more forward to make it even grittier. Right here. Ooh, I think that's actually the mouth shape right there. Pure grimace. Yep, it was. Yeah. I wanted to see if he was doing this one thing, and he is. He has, in these lines, he's got a combination of essentially an extended note and then chatter afterwards. I was thinking to myself, like, wow, he's really keeping that dynamic level very even. And I was listening back before and kept thinking, that's really good. The way that he's able to continue his energy through both types, both really long extended notes and chatter notes, is very impressive to me. A lot of times when people have faster lyrics, they need to lighten up on the sound so that they can get those boom, 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 boom out. He's not doing that. He's putting so much energy and just plowing through the lyrics still, but it doesn't sound like he's plowing vocally. And this is one of the other reasons I think that I probably am just a little, I have a slight preference. And that's not to say that other grunge singers don't like totally wow me. I have been totally blown over, particularly Chris Cornell. And I think that Alice in Chains, with especially when we have both Lane Staley and Jerry Cantrell, oh my gosh, those harmonies are haunting. Right? There are lots and lots of grunge singers that I hugely respect. Eddie Vedder, something about his vocal technique just seems a little bit more sustainable to me, which is awful at the same time because a lot of other grunge band members passed away, right? But there's something, it just feels slightly healthier, slightly more even, even flow. That's why that word's probably so present. It sounds to me like there is that energy level remaining the same, having the consistency while being able to change in different resonances. I feel like this is like a voice that can sing for 40, 50, 60 years and just never tire, even though we hear some sounds that have tons of power in them. Yeah. And Michael Jackson. I like the way he goes back at that era. Gosh, he's really good at that hop up. I also really like the depth in his sound. I think he's got like more of a baritonal bass kind of quality. It has a little more, yeah, a little more warmth is how I would describe it. Um, just a little bit though. Like there's some people that give him a run for money there. I'm gonna go back. There are a few other things I wanted to mention there. Like, holy crap, the way he shifts in those registers. Just a little insert here. I feel a little bit concerned about some people in this audience. Like, there could be some physical harm with all the jumping in the crowd. Ah! So he chases them away, yeah. Like that. It's so impressive the way he's able to just hop up and flip back and forth between these, and it doesn't look like it's adding a lot of pressure. It actually looks pretty easy, almost like it's a little trick that he's doing. Whew. One more time. So he chases them away, yeah. On Sunday, yeah. He'll begin his life again, yeah. Hold his friend hands, say lead him away, lead him away, him away. Wow, it's a nice, really well-pitched scream actually, because it's a dissonant note that he hit just right on the money there. I also really love the content of their lyrics. This, though, I mean, lyrics-wise, it's possible that Chris Cornell might take it a little bit more for me there. His songwriting is insane. Was insane. But I love the way that you have a song like Jeremy that comes up. They was like so hard to stomach and hear, and the warmth and the feeling and the pain that was all communicated in one song was just truly flooring to me. If you guys haven't seen that analysis, I will link it at the end. This song is talking about homelessness, right? This freezing is how it starts out. The pain of homelessness, it puts you in it. He's able to describe in his vocal tone the care and compassion that I think he feels, at the same time as just also sympathizing with the pain and the awful situation, and these lyrics, and the way they talk about butterflies, the way that really like things can flit and change in our lives at any moment. Any one of us could be there, and yet so many of us pass people by and don't give any care. So I love the way he just feels so human to me in this wide variety of emotions and vocal expressions. Back one more time. trembling. Wow. Okay, those screams were really good. Those are like little pop-off screams. He's actually perfectly nailing different pitches right on the money. Those are on-set screams with very precise pitches that are changing as well. A lot of times people will just yell and not be specific like that. It's so specific. The slides in there even incredibly specific. Oh my word. That looks like fun. It looks very thrilling. I think that's the word I'd like to use for it. Thrilling. Whoa. Whoa. I did recently see a clip, and I don't think there are any live clips of him actually performing while he does this. But apparently Eddie Vedder liked to take his mic and like toss it, and sometimes it gets stuck up in like the rafters or the scaffolding of the stage. And then he would free climb up to it and then sing up there with it and then throw it back down or like climb back down it. I would love to see a clip of that. I've seen him just doing the climbing, but I didn't hear any audio with it or like any of the singing. And that really excites me because I want to know how he sings when he's hanging from the scaffolding. I know that's a weird desire, but I'm wondering because as you're hanging from there, that's a lot of core engagement. Like specifically, if I think about the intercostals or the tightness that needs to be essentially in the core as you're hanging there, I think that would be very difficult to support the voice. You need to have often a lot of flexibility, but then engagement in the core. And this seems like it would make it very, very stiff. So I'm curious if that would affect his singing or not. I know that sounds diabolical, but anyhow, climbing apparently is a favorite thing to do. Woo! Hold on. Whoa. So he just demoed like that registration shift that I was talking about on crack. That was insane. He's flipping up to falsetto on that ooh, but then it's almost like a yodel down, but he's yodeling into that. Some people call it modal voice, some people will call it chest, some people call it mixed there. It's a lower register. So there's a switch here in which muscle is dominant in the creation of the sound. That's the thing you really need to know. And it changes the overall tone or timbre of the sound when we switch registers. So when he switches back down, he does it without stopping singing. It's like seamless. And he's switching back down, and there's distortion on it, which means there's an extra layer of breath control that's creating that extra like noise on top of the bass pitch as well. I'm sorry. This is crazy impressive to me. I know most of y'all are looking at me like, you make no sense, Elizabeth. But holy crap, this moment is one of the craziest technical things I've ever heard him do. Like, he like drops it down the octave. I've heard people flip up, and I've heard yodeling happen. Yes, but it's usually all in cleans, not with that much distortion involved as well. It almost sounds like he actually uses the distortion to get back into the tone. Wow. I love the power he keeps in the lows there. I think that's the mic trill before, or mic trill that would sometimes get it caught in the scaffolding thing I was talking about earlier. I mean, it looks like it, right? Looks like he's having too much fun. Wow, the screams. There's something really bluesy about his tone creation too, which maybe is part of what makes it just personally appealing to me. I like it when we harken back to jazz and blues a lot in our music, because I feel like there's something that's really deep, and maybe there's like a sadness in there that appeals to me. Oh God, dark spots. Anyhow, I like this sort of like under the pitch sliding into it sometimes. Yeah. Oh man. Wow. Wow. I wish that went on for so much longer. I want to know. You can tell me in comments below. You can tell me in the live chat if you're still there with me. I want to know who your favorite grunge singer is and why. Give me the reasons. Give me your favorite song too. And I'm going to toss up a playlist over here of some of the grunge analysis I've done. And again, loved so much of it. I think my mind could be changed, but this particular analysis solidified just how much I adore Eddie Vedder. Here's that playlist for you, and may you fall more in love with music every day.